Myself, Amir Abbas, I'm representing at the moment Royal Swiss Lahore in HR department along with my HR manager, Sayyid Osama Ali. So he just given me the link of this webinar, and I just made myself to be live and in interaction with you guys. So that is really grateful and thank you for you. I just wanted to basically know about the scope of discussion and what exactly we are here to talk about
Okay.
and how I can assist you in regards to my professional experience.
Okay, sir, sure. So, sir, basically, we all are students of FP College, and our specialization is HR. So, what we wanted was that an experienced person to tell us more about performance management and its challenges, especially in the time of pandemic. Like, what were the challenges that you faced in performance management, and how did you handle that?
Okay, thank you very much, guys. If I'll talk about with you in regards to the performance management, I'll be discussing more in a specialized role of managing human resources in hospitality industry. Because if you'll Google my profile throughout my career, I've been to in hospitality industry in Lahore, in Pakistan, and starting from a four-star five-star hotel now at the moment. I'm attached with Royal Swiss Lahore. So the performance management during this pandemic situation, there's a two, which is pre-pandemic and the post-pandemic, and even during the pandemic, how we see the things and how we evaluate the things. That is the crux of our discussion. So I'll be answering your questions, whatever I know. I'll try to explain, I'll share myself and my experience. So let me tell you, performance management is all about an evaluation, a feedback, an assessment of an individual who's been associated with some given task, job, uh, some objective to meet in and give the results to the employer. Simply, how we manage performance management. There's a document, there's a tool, we call it performance appraisal. In our public sector, since you guys are student of FC College University and your faculty and your honorable teacher, their performance may be measuring through or managing through their annual confidential reports. We call it ACRs. But in corporate sector, which we learn through with our experience, we manage the performance through a document. We call it performance appraisal. Now, I'm sure in your HR subject, you guys must have gone through all these theoretical concepts and knowledge, and I'm sure you are equipped enough. So, in hospitality industry, there are different ways, techniques, the methods to evaluate the performance of our people, our human resource, our human capital, who are really working hard. Uh, they are basically the people, our employees, who are giving their best in our hospitality industry to cater the need of our valued clients. And in hospital industry, what we say, if you allow me to, give you the example in our national language, so you will be in a better position to understand.
Sure, sir, sure.
So what we say normally, I'm used to say, if we'll talk about the hospitality, What is the definition of hospitality? जैसे माँ अपने बच्चे की निगहदाश्त करती है बहुत अच्छे तरीके के साथ, एहसन तरीके के साथ. This is all about hospitality that we learn from our seniors. Hospitality doesn't mean mehman nawazi. We're just serving the guests. We're receiving the the cash in lieu of that, the invoice, the payments against the services. Yes, everybody is doing it. But where is the difference? Difference is when we are serving the guests in a way जैसे माँ अपने बच्चे की निगहदाश्त करती है. When we do have this kind of mindset in our people, in me as managing HR, a representative of this, one of the five-star hotel, or my associate, or our people, then we will be in a better position to give our best from by heart to the guests. And uh, during this pandemic, and even since we are in the crisis, this hospitality industry has been badly hit around the globe. It's one of the very well recognized and very sober, very well known and respectable industry. I'm talking about the hospitality, which includes the hotels, resorts, boarding and lodging, I mean a restaurant as well, and airlines, and some authors and professors says hospitals as well. I mean healthcare. So during this pandemic situation, when around the world things has totally changed, we have a multiple challenges. We are, having scarcity of the resources. We do have, uh, a lot of financial challenges. Expenses are on higher side when the income and revenue are lower end. Most of the hotels, organization, within the hospitality industry, they are about to close their business operations. And during this challenging time, one should have to be ready enough to perform in a way where one should have to go extra mile. He or she should have to, come out their comfort zone, face the challenge in a way, in a journalist role. You guys are familiar with the, terminology of all-rounding. Like a cricketer is a all-rounder, is the best in the field, is the best in the bowling, is best in the batting, is all-rounder. So if any of the HR professional, particularly, and uh, largely any of the employee, he is performing his job beyond his scope of limits, he or she will be, blue-eyed for the company, for the management. And this is at the moment, every employer, every management, every person sitting on upstairs, mean in hierarchy, they are evaluating their employee. And there are certain, terminologies, how you will evaluate the people, what methodology, which type of performance appraisal method, a tool you will apply to. Maybe you have to evaluate the people through management by objectives. That maybe you have to apply the bars method, behavioral anchor rating scale, 360, maybe graphic rating scale, maybe other. So these are a certain, theoretical develop concepts. But at the moment, in my brief, in this lengthy discussion, what I believe, because whatever I'm talking with you, I'm talking in a certain perspective of hospitality industry to whom I am representing. So we believe on the management by objectives. Through this type of evaluation method and technique, we are as a hotelier, as a professional, we are gauging the performance of our people. Yes, Miss Rajiya. I'm not getting what you are saying. I think your microphone is switch off.
Sorry about that.
Yes.
Sir, so what are the most common performance management challenges that managers deal with the job, and how you overcome those?
Sorry, say again because your I just learned post performance challenges. Say again.
Okay, so I'm asking that what are the most common performance management challenges that managers deal with?
Most common management challenge.
Okay, you are saying. Let me repeat. You're saying what are the most common performance management challenges
Yes, yes, that you face.
which we are at the moment
Yes,
anchoring or facing.
yes, sir.
Ma'am, see, the post performance management challenges are there should always be a trust relationship amongst the people. When I'm saying the people who are working around you, if you are a manager of your section and area, the people who are reporting you, you are obviously there to evaluate their performance, to gauge their performance. And there should be a two-way communication. If somebody is in your subordination coming in, end of the day, you are evaluating their performance and they are receiving a reality shocks or they are believing something else about themselves and you are initially were not in a position to communicate upfrontly with them in a way you were not being correcting them or not even in you are giving them your point of view end of the time of evaluation you are giving them a different shocks. So obviously this is a human psyche they will not receiving. So how you have to clear the things, you have to make them understand and this is our objective, this is our business objective. When I say the objective, I'm particularly emphasizing the business objective of the board, of the company, of the CEO, of the general manager, which is given by them to us, and we have to uh, you know cater for all the requirements of these business objective. Then we split it down the line as we give them a task, assign them responsibilities, give them their particular duties. So eventually we evaluate. So when we evaluate, in normally in our industry, we basically initiate this performance appraisal process yearly. But in other industry, like if you are working in a call center, in a software house, it may be a by annually, it may be a quarterly, and you can evaluate the performance of your people every 3 months, every 6 months, every after completing of the 12 years. It depends. In our industry, in our hotel or in my previous experience, we were used to initiate the performance appraisal process uh, conjunction with the calendar year. So with in specific, the question of yours, which you have asked me, sir, what are normally the post performance common challenges? The challenges are people who are not sometime ready to accept the feedback which supervisor is giving at the time of appraisal. So what I mean, if the supervisor, there should be a way forward. We should have to learn the things. If the supervisor or evaluator is evaluating the performance of an individual, he or she should have to uh, get along throughout the performance year or the time frame with the people, tell them each and everything side by side, what is your expectations, brief them what the higher management is expecting from us. So then they will be in a better position. And at the time when you are saying that here we are not at our best, here we are at our best, so they will be in a better position to receive. And let me tell you one thing, this performance management discussion is linked with the reward. If we are not paying the people coming up this whole discussion, the post performance management challenges is with reward. I'm linking it with reward. If we are not paying people as per their expectations, and one should have to realize this thing, people having their own wish, whims and hopes, and they really wanted to be acknowledged accordingly, but there are certain limitations of the management. So we have to go through along that, uh, as far as the available resources and budgets which the management has given to the evaluators, to the supervisor of the concern, to the manager of the concern, who is basically evaluating the performance of the people. So what I'm saying, in what are the most vulnerable challenges which one is facing after the performance management, or during that time? Yes, people are not familiar sometimes, they do not having a reality in their mind, there is a communication gap, people are expecting the more reward. Linked with that, there are certain expectations of the learning opportunities, the training activities one should have to be expecting. And sometimes people are even expecting a transfer and promotion somewhere. So there are some challenges, and if you are not giving them you are not in a better position to communicate well with the people, obviously there is a resentment. Eventually human resources is all about you are getting the performance of your people, and this performance eventually contributing to the end bottom line of the organization, and that leveraging the productivity, that basically leveraging the productivity of the organization, eventually increasing the revenue of the company. If people are happy, yes, employees shall be happy. And eventually people mean there are guests in hospitality industry, people mean employees working in the hospitality industry. The guest is happy when he will be happy, where the employee is happy. If employee is happy, when the employer is happy. So this is cycle. It's a cycle. It's like in economics you see there is a cycle, there's a curve, bell curve is going on. This is all about. What else?
Okay, sir. Sir, thank you so much for your insight. I also, at the end, I would like you to give us an advice as an HR for our students that might be helpful for us in the future.
Providers, what in my sorry, there's some call. Let me switch off. I think my Mrs. She is calling me. So, in a lighter note, let me give you an advice, guys. I think you are student of undergraduate or maybe a graduate, honors degree of your faculty. Today's in this during this pandemic situation, you are lucky enough if you are having opportunity, you're doing something. You are lucky enough. You are lucky enough. You are a part of FC College University. One should have to be, feel confidence. I'm not saying the overconfidence, a confidence, a contentment, and gratefulness. Allah Almighty has blessed us. We are in a better position at this, challenging time. After that, you should have to be focused. You should have to be having your career lifeline. Like, you have seen the business cycle. There is some, initial stage when you are moving upward, there is saturation and you're having a downfall. So you should have a career lifeline. You are here at the moment as a student. This is your prerequisite of your professional career. After finishing of your graduation, your degree, you have to start somewhere. So what I am saying, you have to start somewhere. Pick and choose even a small thing. If there's some opportunity to start somewhere, maybe you get some training opportunity, some internship opportunity. These are some prerequisite of your career ladder. You have to think and plan accordingly. At the moment you are somewhere, afterward there a career ladder. You have to move on upstairs gradually and slowly. Now how you will be when it's not only to work hard, it's only to work smart. When you are taking the things, you are continuously developing yourself in regards to the modern the management requirement, as far as improving your soft skills areas, your technical skill areas. In business management, in your principle of management, there was in first chapter you have gone through the pyramid. There are certain technical skills, there are certain social skills, there are certain conceptual skills, and these technical skills are only 20% of your career. Normally we understand that this is 100%, but actually your social skills, your interpersonal skills, you are interacting with the people, with the human beings. This basically, if you are good at that, that basically enhance your networking. And afterwards, gradually, once you are exposing on different assignment, on different practical experiences, you are getting exposure gradually and slowly, and then your these type of technical and social skill together move upwards to your conceptual skills. You are good at your analytical skills, you are good at your conceptual skills, you are in a better position, your horizon is better. So as a student, you have to have focus on these area, on your soft skills. We have to come out our comfort zone. One should have to be always in a challenging zone. If you are a student, you have to have start somewhere during your studies, even upon completion of your studies, somewhere. Even not only focusing on your job, you can become a good entrepreneur if you want. There is a new terminology of freelancing. In our when I was in your age, there was no concept of freelancing, a consultancy. No, it's all about you can do freelancing. You can start somewhere. You can put your efforts on through online available tools and means. You can earn something to spend on yourself for your professional development. So if you are good in that area, obviously in your life and your career, you will be getting success. This is my professional advice to you guys. Come out from your challenging your comfort zone, and uh, you have to accept the challenge of the life. Life is not easy thing. It's all about a challenge and challenge and challenge. And this pandemic has taught us a lot. Whosoever is in a better position rather than other, he should be a grateful. Allah Almighty has blessed us, and we should have tried to even emphasize on our self-development areas. That is basically your skill. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for